morning. My name is Ann Stenson, and it is my pleasure and my privilege to welcome you to this morning's Sunday service with Unity in Harlem, December 27th, 2020. So this is the last service for 2020, a year that's been challenging for many of us. But thanks to technology, we've been able to stay in touch with each other, including this service, which has really been a touchstone for many of us. So we are really delighted to welcome you to join us this morning. The daily word daily word is going to be given by Heather Wilson, and then the daily affirmation by Bob Ponce. Marie Ponce, our musical artist, is going to set the environment, open your hearts for the beautiful meditation by Reverend Carol Hunt. Always a deeply centering experience. And then Carol will give the talk for today, which is the theme for December, Bring Your Light. And Carol's intriguing title for today's talk is Light My Fire. We hope that you will join us immediately after the service on Zoom for a chat. I'll be back later with announcements to explain how to join that meeting and with other announcements about events throughout the week that Unity in Harlem offers. So I'll see you later. Enjoy the service.
Compliments of the season from Unity in Harlem. The daily word reading today, Sunday, December 27, 2020. Release. I take the best and leave the rest. My experiences of this past year have brought me gifts of insight, new perspectives, many chances to grow and stretch myself, and perhaps the opportunity to develop a skill that serves me in my work or brings greater enjoyment to my leisure time. Some experiences have been painful or difficult. These too have offered their gifts. I accept all that has come my way. With gratitude, I bless it all. I find the gifts and release what no longer serves my growth. Assured that God is my dependable source, I release any pain of financial setback. In the joy of restored health, I release any memory of illness. Grateful for all modes of connection, I release any pain of loneliness. I move forward feeling lighter, cleansed, and renewed for my journey forward. Do not remember the former things or consider the things of old. Reading from Isaiah chapter 43, verse 18. Blessings.
Isaiah 55 verse 11 says, So shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it. Unity affirmations speak to the power of our words, and particularly the power of I am. And so we say this affirmation every Sunday to affirm our divine nature. The words are on the screen, and I invite you to say them with me. I am an abundant, radiating center of God's love and light for peace, healing, and inner truth for all.
I'm about to share with you in order to bolster the topic today, Rumi, the philosopher and poet, a improvisational recitation kind of piece has the background of a wonderful piece that's played by Tomas Brangwin. He's Iranian player of the Persian santur, which is a kind of a dulcimer. and it's done in the Daska Nava mode. Uh, yeah, so we're going to share some Rumi with you today, all day. It's improvisational, not really completely improvisational. Live life as if everything is rigged in your favor. Wherever you are, whatever you do, be in love, be in love. Don't grieve anything you love. Comes around and around in another form. I want to sing like the birds sing, not worrying about who hears. Or what they think. Love is the bridge between you and everything. As you start to walk on the way, the way appears. Thank you. Carol?
Thank you, Marie. Today, as we enter into our meditative time, Let us carry the melody, the instruments of what we just heard. Unfamiliar, yet the feeling very familiar. We call people that we know from history, like Rumi and others, the desert fathers, that they are ancient. Yet at the core and heart of them, in what they share, they are of today. We become still and quiet and go to that place that we are familiar. And breathe into that place as we settle in. Releasing anything that would distract us for the next few moments. We close our eyes. Anything that may be in our hands, we set them aside. And we call our full attention to right now, this moment. Our mindful attention to the present moment. We connect to our breath and follow the rhythm of breathing in and breathing out. Our own rhythm. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. We let each breath allow us to sink deeper into the seat that we are in. Each time we inhale and we exhale, we go deeper and deeper. We breathe in and breathe out and send the breath to any place in our body that may feel uncomfortable. We allow the breath to release any pain we might be experiencing. Breathe in, breathe out. The thoughts we have that might be intruding on this now moment, we gently set them aside We let them come and gently set them aside and return to the easy rhythm, our own rhythm of breathing in and breathing out. And any feelings, emotions that we may hold, breathe into the emotion and relax it with the breath. Any tension, any stress, relax and be in the now moment. This special quiet time. And now you can breathe in a little deeper. Breathe in deeper and exhale more slowly. Breathe in deeper, exhale more slowly. As you breathe in deeper, become conscious of that space in between. Breathe in and now breathe out. Breathe in and now breathe out. Again, breathe in and breathe out. In that space, as you continue to breathe, go deeper. Feel the quiet in that space. Feel being at one in that space. There is a balm in Gilead that heals the soul. A balm in Gilead that heals any moments of frustration. Breathe in and release. A balm that heals any illness. Feel the allness in that space, the oneness, seeking always to come forth. A balm that heals any dis-ease, any disease. A balm that heals and affirms there are no limitations. There is always unlimited supply. Breathe into that space. Unlimited supply. A balm in Gilead that heals all separations. There is only oneness. Any separation dissolves. Dissolves in the space of oneness. In that space is compassion. In that space is harmony. Breathe into the space and know harmony, compassion. There is a balm in Gilead that heals opens the door of wisdom and understanding. In that space is all that is needed to know what to say, when to say, how to say. The healing power of love is in this space. There is a balm in Gilead that heals, that loves, that is limitless. That is one. I breathe in and I breathe out. I release and I let go. I breathe in, I breathe out. I rest in the assurance of the healing power right here, right now. And now I breathe in deeply and exhale slowly. I breathe in deeply again and exhale slowly. I feel refreshed and renewed. I'm alive and energetic for whatever comes next. I am open and I am receptive. I give thanks and praise for all the good before me in this moment. And in the name of the Christ, our way shower. Amen. I welcome you today as we reflect on this last Sunday in the month of December on Bring Your Light. And in addition to bringing our light, as we have done for the past few weeks, today also is the second day rather, of Kwanzaa. Another season and week of lighting candles, of thinking about light, along with all the other lights that have been lit and will be lit over the course of this holiday season. Today we will continue to explore the depth of the light you bring as a truth student. Some of you may remember a song from the late 1960s with the title, Light My Fire. Light My Fire is our theme for today. The rendition I remember was sung by Jose Feliciano. It was a groovy love song with this hint of sensuality. Some may say more than a hint. It's not my intent to convey this aspect of the title to you, but it is my intent that as a true truth student, there are times when we want our fire to be lit, our spiritual fire. And there are times when we call out for it. Sometimes we have to call for the fire repeatedly in order for us to reach that goal, reach that idea, or manifest that vision of ourselves. Light my fire. Today is the second day of Kwanzaa, as I said, and the word is Kujikajilia, meaning self-determination. Self-determination. And we will look at this self-determination as a light, an inner light for ourselves, as we go about living from the light from within. It is interesting, by definition in our English language, self-determination refers more to a people, a group of people, and a right to determine their own destiny, their right to go forth and form their own self-government, self-governance, and create their own system of equal rights and fairness. Interesting, is it not, that we are living in a time where all of this is right in our face, the limit or the non-limit of self-determination as a people, as a nation. The very definition of this word. Now, there is a line about self-determination for the individual, not near as much as they say for a group of people in a nation, but it speaks more to the process for the individual to carve out their self-determination, the process that they use, the process that they become aware of. And that certainly links with us as truth students as we go about carving out our spiritual self-determination and the direction that we want ourselves to grow in spiritually. Because that growth spiritually, we know, determines the direction of how we live from day to day. And so this fits our overall theme that is all about determining the direction of our lives, our spiritual lives. When we open up to the light of Christ consciousness within ourselves. The Kwanzaa candle that is lit for this word represents gaining insight into your personal process to determine the light that is always there and always there to overcome any darkness in understanding, no matter the level of cloudiness that may be around. As you can see, for those of you who can see, there is a Kwanzaa candle behind me. I went to light the candle, but because the background is white, my walls are white, you can't see the light. So if you look down to where the plant is, you'll see this tea light that is on. And that represents this second day of self-determination as the continuing days unfold for Kwanzaa. Today, I'm not only asking you to reflect on the light that you have brought with you, but on the process that you have experienced that furthers your self-determination, your process of self-governance. A couple of weeks back, I spoke about 3 friends that would not worship the golden deity King Nebuchadnezzar had created. Their names, if you remember, were Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. They were young men who, as Jews, had the role of administration in Babylon at the time. Now, it's interesting about these 3 young men and their names, which I always felt was, manufactured. It was like they was triplets. But the scriptures are clear. They are friends. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. When you look it up, you find out that their names were changed to what they are in the scriptures now. They were changed when they came into Babylon. The chief eunuch gave them these names. Now, this is interesting because we understand Babylon to be a place of exile because the Jews were in exile. This is one of those instances. And it's a place of confusion, mentally and outwardly. So they come in as young Jews, and they were given a place of prominence because they would do administration, things of administration that they did on behalf of the King Nebuchadnezzar. I sometimes wonder, just how did they act, being pulled out from their brothers and sisters in an important role among their own people? Did they eat better than the rest of them? Did they live better than most? Were their clothes more lavish because they had a role of prominence, that they were being paid in administration by this king? I tend to think that they had it a little bit better than their other brothers and sisters in Babylon, in exile, in confusion. When the decree went forth and that all the people in Babylon was to bow down and worship this god of Nebuchadnezzar's, it was reported to him that the 3 young men, they didn't do it. As a result, the king in his fury ordered them to be thrown into the fiery furnace. We know they came out unscathed. The men who threw them in, however, they were killed. The importance of the story to me lies in the meaning of the names given to these 3 young men, these friends. Otherwise, the story doesn't say enough. So there had to be a meaning for these names, and the names were construed in such a way that you could hardly forget them. So, Meshach metaphysically means love. And this love is in a quest to know the mighty one, as it says in the scripture. And I just believe that in that time, the mighty one was anyone who was in power, and also mean the God of themselves, because they did not bow down. And then Shadrach means meekness, as in a true understanding of a person's, your own character, true humility, knowing yourself really well throughout your life. And that is a quest also about the love, to know love throughout your life, through your understanding of the Christ, the God, the mention, the mighty one. And Abednego means light and understanding. Wow. Light and understanding. It came to me that really this story is not about three young men being thrown into a fiery furnace at all, nor is it about deciding not to worship the golden image. I think that these three friends, and now we know what their names mean, and those words would be friendly toward one another, wouldn't they? Love, meekness, light, and understanding. That these three friends are three factors in consciousness, and that really Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego is one, you and me. One individual with three dimensions in themselves. Three dimensions. And spiritually, those dimensions are love and the seeking out of love, meekness, one's humility, and gentleness, and patience, and light and understanding. Coming to them to understand exactly who they are and what they are. One person, and representing you and me. Who of us does not want to live out as a true student love? Who does not want to understand what love is all about? How to love? What is love from and through the Mighty One? The God of ourselves, the God as you, the God as me, the divine mind as you. Who doesn't want to know that? Then there is meekness. This is wanting to have a real sense of humility, patience, and gentleness, not so much submissiveness or long suffering as you sometimes read as definitions for the word meekness. Finally, we want to experience light and understanding as we apply the discipline of increasing self-determination. All of us want to determine and control the process of our life, especially our spiritual lives, because that will determine our everyday walking, talking, waking, running in life. The process. Your process includes those times of being in the fiery furnace. You may feel like you're in a fiery furnace now in terms of your life. You may feel like the past 9 months have been a fiery furnace. This is when in consciousness, King Nebuchadnezzar asked you, is it me or your God you will follow? Is it me or your God you're going to pay attention to? Is it me or your belief that you will follow? Personal process of self-determination, your test of who you will follow. Who will you bow down to? Who will you believe? As you go and grow through your process, there will or should come the presence of the I am. This is the fourth man in the furnace with Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. This is the fourth dimension of yourself, if you will, as these three dimensions in consciousness comes into play in your consciousness. Remember, the king was the person who saw the fourth man. When he asked those who were there, they only acknowledged what they saw. Three men thrown into the fiery furnace and then walking out unscathed. This was King Nebuchadnezzar's personal process to control his life, to control his self-determination. For as you read along, you find out in his self-determination, the light came on. The light and understanding came on. And he was changed 100%. Our friends were already full of light and understanding. They were on fire. Their fire was lit. I recently had an experience where I was walking along and came to a spot that I did not want to walk over water. And so I walked a little ways where I knew the curb was cut down. However, there was a car there. And I stumbled. And as I stumbled, my immediate thought was, what's with him? Why couldn't he just move his car back so people could walk on the cutaway? As soon as that experience happened to me, I involuntarily, after that thought, experienced my process. And it is what I do most of the time, not always. And that is deal with that fire in consciousness immediately. Clean it up. Put out the fire. That light and understanding came. And so in my process, and as the process that I usually use, I immediately let go any angst I had about that person in the car. I let it go, kept on going, and haven't thought about it since. I didn't carry it forth. So I know that this is true about me. Handle it immediately. Walk right into the fire and deal with it and let it go. And when I say walk into the fire, deal with it, it's not necessary, I believe, that you have to go to the person or the situation to know humility, meekness, light, and understanding. It is to clear it up in consciousness. That's my process. Sometimes it's necessary to go and say something, make yourself clear. And other times, it's not necessary. Unity headquarters in Missouri, on the Unity grounds, administers silent unity. Most of us know silent unity is where individuals may call and have prayer for any concern that they may have 24/7. Silent Unity's mission statement is the light that shines for you. The light that shines for you. Seen through the lens of today's theme of light and self-determination, Silent Unity is in control of its life by affirming what already is. The light that shines for you is already in you. Silent Unity's role is to affirm in each and every time someone calls just that. It is make a statement. It is making a statement of spiritual truth, spiritual fact, spiritual law. The light is on in you. And so that mission statement, the light that shines for you, they are affirming it in you. They are not turning it on for you, but affirming it in you. And that's the prayer that they give. Think for a moment. If in the Silent Unity building, the cupola, I think that's what it's called at the top of the building, the light would go out for some reason. And so there would be darkness up there. Their affirmation is the light that shines for you. That light is on 24/7. Spiritual law, spiritual fact. More often than not, you are constantly being challenged. The intensity of the challenge may not feel like a flame at the center of your mind. It will gain in its intensity as you respond to the Nebuchadnezzar of your consciousness with the truth of who you are and the spiritual principles that you use to light the process of your own self-determination to control your life. When your fire is lit up, then you are not burned. You will emerge unscathed, just as the friends in the fiery furnace. Their process included love, their love for God as God, light and understanding, humility, patience. Isn't it time for you to know the self-determination process that controls your life? Isn't it time for light and understanding to be called forth by you? You are created with the light, and self-determination is yours through love and understanding. Be bold and ask, light my fire, light my fire. Otherwise, you run the risk of living lukewarm. Light my fire. Blessings to you. offering. We gather as a prayer circle with whatever we desire on our hearts. Whatever person, situation we know about or are concerned about, we place it in the circle. And see the light of love and understanding come forth. Let that be the process to bring resolution, to bring change, to be unscathed by any thought of negativity, of limitation, any thought of not unfolding in right and perfect ways. Let that idea, that request emerge in perfection, in the way that it ought to be. Affirm now. The light is on. Give thanks for this awareness, this understanding of the light that never goes out. Of the fire that comes and the process that allows the best to come forth. And we say yes and amen. And we remain in this consciousness as we now think of the gift that we would share with Unity in Harlem. Ever grateful and thankful for the resources that come through the presence of spirit, giving and the receiving. As we give, so we receive. One experience. As we give, we receive, and we receive increases Let the world of unity in Harlem grow as we give. Give and share. And that each life that it gives in them increases the power and spirit of giving. Divine substance is everywhere present, and it flows through each of us. I will now say the words that we share every Sunday at this time. And you will hear them, and then I will repeat them again, and you can join with me. Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. Shall we know it together? Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. So be it.
Marie and Carol, thank you for a beautiful experience. The meditation, the music, the talk, so deeply nourishing to the soul. So thank you so much. So announcements, please join us. And you can see this at the bottom of your screen in print if you can see the screen. Join us after the service for sharing on Zoom. The ID is 698-428-2725. The password is 7 sevens, 777 7777. Or you can dial in, and the number is 1-929-205-6099. The ID is 698-428-2725, and it's the same password, 7 sevens. We hope to see you there. It's always a really lovely chat. In addition, there are weekly meditations each Monday at 712-770-4169. The PIN is 360392#. There is a Tuesday study group from 6 to 8 in the evening. Right now, we're reading Spiritual Economics by Eric Butterworth. It's at 6 p.m. The Zoom ID is 698-428-2725. The password 777-7777. Or by phone 929-205-6099. There is a Friday Unity in Harlem Circle of Prayer from 6 to 7 p.m. And it's the same Zoom ID, 698-428-2725, password 777-7777, or by phone 1-929-205-6099. Next Sunday, Carol will be lecturing. It'll be a new theme for the month, January 3rd, 2021. And the theme for the month is Let's Begin Again. Carol's topic will be Hold No Ransoms. Now, we hope that you will join us in making a personal covenant with your own inner being, a personal covenant for 2021. If we have your mailing address, you've received materials in an envelope in the mail. If not, we will be happy to send an email copy to you, and we invite you to contact Carol Hunt, that's Carol Hunt, all one word, at unityinharlem.org. And now Carol's going to share more information about that covenant.
Thank you, Anne, for all the announcements. And I just want to say that for this coming week, our Tuesday study group and Friday prayer circle, we're on recess. And I neglected to put that on the announcement page. However, it was announced before. And we resume the following week. In reference to what Anne announced about next Sunday, I do hope that you have received the information in the mail, and you can contact me if you didn't. And I would suggest that if you have, do the work that is suggested ahead of time. We will go through the steps during the service next Sunday. However, do the work ahead of time, go off, be by yourself, pray, and do your covenant, and be prepared to put it in the mail. And so with that, Marie returns with our next selection.
Is our next song. Our next song is Drama. Thank you so much, Carol, and thank you so much, Ann Stenson, for a wonderful, wonderful message and presentation. It's just so timely as usual. Something that we can spend the week, the rest of the year to meditate on. So now we're going to sing Draw Me Close to You, Never Let Me Go. Draw me close to you, never let me go. I lay it down all again to hear you say that I'm your friend. You are my desire. No one else will do. 'Cause nothing else could take your place. To feel the warmth of your embrace. Help me find a way. Bring me back to you. You're all I want. You're all I ever needed. You're all I want. Help me know you are near. Draw me close to you. Never let me go. I lay it all down again your friend. You are my desire. No one else will do. 'Cause nothing else can take your place. To feel the warmth of your embrace. Help me find the way. Bring me back to you. You're all, you're all, you're all I want. You're all I ever needed. You're all I want. Help me know you are near. Help me know you are near. Help me know you are near. Thank you. Carol Hunt.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Just lovely.
You're awesome too. My goodness. You were just going for it, weren't you?
So we come now for the prayer of protection. And before we say that, let me just thank everybody who was involved in the service, Anne and Heather, Bob always, and Marie with her music and her creativity in sharing her talent. It's always different, and her willingness to try something new with us. Uh, so it was beautiful. And we come now to the prayer protection.
Thank you so much, all the people who are writing in right now. It's so awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks, Anne.
yes, everybody write in.
Yeah,
Beautiful
excellent.
to read. It's nice to read it. Wonderful.
Yeah, thanks, Sharon. Love you too. All right, the light of God surrounds us.
The love
The
of
love of God enfolds us. The
the
power of God
protects us.
protects us. The
The
presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
peace song.
Okay. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. All right.
All right, lovely. So see you in a few moments.
Yeah, join us on our Zoom. We can all have a discussion about this wonderful topic we had today.
All right.
Drink your refreshments if you like, or just nice big blanket and a pillow.
All right. See you in a few minutes.
All right.